And I really needed the guidance and mentorship of a woman to help me, because the tonality and everything I was using.
At least the tonality should align with yours.
Yeah, and it just.
With your values.
I really valued, and then I just felt like it just wasn't the right fit. So I was very lucky. Top producer, not just in Nova Scotia or in Canada, in North America. She was selling about 350 homes a year.
Wow.
And was looking for a junior agent. So she took me under her wing. And this is why I'm so opinionated and so vocal about the importance of mentorship at the beginning, because I would not be where I am if it wasn't for her taking me under her wing.
I'm glad. Probably maybe one day she's going to hear these,
She hears it a lot. I give her a lot of thanks and a lot of praise, because I was able to learn probably about 10 years worth of real estate knowledge and confidence and from her just by listening to her. She worked me very hard. I didn't have much of a life, but I looked at it. If I made that commitment early on in my career, it would pay off in the long run. And it did. And that first year I did 110 deals.
Wow.
And this is before DocuSign. This was before smartphones.
110 deals.
Yeah, 110 deals.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so when I moved to Toronto, I'm like, what do you do with all your time? Because I was so used, and I was running my own ads. I didn't have an assistant. In Nova Scotia, we used to book our own appointments. We'd call the other agent directly. And so it was just a different.
At that time as well.
Yeah.
Let me take you back to that 20 years. When you were practicing real estate in Nova Scotia, did you visit Toronto at any point of the time before you moved?
I did.
While you were still an agent there?
Yes.
How long did you stay in Nova Scotia before you moved there as an agent?
I was there for 5 years.
5 years. So within that 5 years, did you come to Toronto anytime?
A little bit.
Did you see anything about our real estate here before or that time?
So I decided in 2007 that I was looking at Toronto as an opportunity. So I actually grew up in Ontario. I grew up in Kingston. I wanted to be closer to my parents, but I had never spent any investment of time real estate-wise in Toronto. So I came in the fall of 2007. I looked at different brokerages, and I decided that, you know what, I could do it in Halifax without knowing anyone.
I can do it here.
I can do it in Toronto. And I always say, like, people are people and everyone needs a home.
Yes.
And houses are houses. I said, all the other stuff about Toronto I can figure out because I had a successful run there. I said, well, what do I have to lose?
Tell me your first. So I'm going to make question two.
It was tough. Yeah, it wasn't easy.
The first 5 years in Nova Scotia, is there any of those years that you're like, oh my God, it's really tough? To your first year, you did 110. For someone hearing that, they see that success. Yeah. I have my last guest that was sitting at where you're sitting now. He said a lot of people don't know how much failure that comes into success.
Absolutely.
People will hear this and hear 110 homes in 1 year,